What the
Wow!
fuck?
Wow,
Yo,
wow,
I did
wow,
not.
wow.
Yeah. Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan.
Hey, it's Marta.
Yes, and here we are, another episode of Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan. By the way, I it just occurred to me right now where we're talking about this. I was at Animate, which is a Japanese anime store, like probably one of the biggest discount store goods and everything. And did you know that there's actually Attack on Titan tea? Yeah, like that.
Oh,
And
wait,
so
is that a Keurig cup type of thing?
Yeah, like
Because it
some
looks
sort
round.
of canister thing. Like, so it's 7 tea bags, and so they have two types: Eren Jaeger and then Levi. And it's kind of cool. It had little vials that you could like sample and everything, or at least smell it. I will say that, interesting enough, Eren Jaeger smelled more like rose leaf style, and
Okay.
Levi's was, interesting enough, Earl Grey tea, like more that style. And
Yeah.
I'd
Black
imagine that kind of would be more Levi style for some.
Yeah, I think so. He's
Yeah.
pretty. When he's in the zone, he's
Right.
in the zone, and he's like ready to kill some titans.
Right.
And he needs his breakfast tea. He needs
Right,
his
right,
Earl Grey
right,
tea
right,
to keep
right,
him awake.
right.
He needs the energy.
I looked into it very, very carefully. The Titan serum, we were talking about that, right? And
Yeah.
so, to the best information I can find, because we were both kind of wondering, where does it come from? Is it manufactured?
Right, how is it made?
Nobody
Is it
really
extracted?
knows at this point. All we really know is the fact that it's spinal fluid taken from Titans. So
That's right. Yes,
yeah.
it's from spine.
It's spinal fluid taken from Titans. In all likelihood, like, they didn't say what type of Titans it's coming from, but or if it's special Titans, but it's just spinal fluid, and that's why it disappears so quickly, because just like Titans' bodies disappear when they're incapacitated. But there's also other versions of that Titan fluid, and that's what we were seeing in season 3, where you could use the armored style. And that's where I actually got confused a little bit, in the fact that, Eren, I thought he had already had 2 types of Titan powers, or 3 at that time.
3.
Because at that time, before season.
Before
Before he got Warhammer, because he was able to start manipulating the hardening technique, but he was only really able to start doing that hardening technique after he ingested that Titan fluid, during that whole thing with Historia and everything, Rod Reese. So it's not necessarily that he has a Titan, another shifting Titan inside of him. It's just that he has an elevated attack now to his shifting Titans. But at that time, he only had 2. He had Founding and Attack in him, and now he has Warhammer. So, but he's kind of like, I guess he's just got this special ability now that he can do hardening that hasn't really played into. Well, I guess in some sense it's played, it's kind of around still. He does it for blocking.
he does it on his hands when he
Right.
punches. He does.
Right.
That's what he's been
But I guess
focusing on.
I guess it's not as strong as Jaw Titan's jaw, essentially.
Well, nothing is
Right.
stronger than Jaw Titan's jaw. That's what I mean. That's why he's the Jaw Titan. That's why that's like his special.
That
was like his
last
special
episode.
ability.
Oh, God, that made me sick.
Ugh.
Rewatching it still makes me sick watching that. I
Yeah,
know you're not.
that was gnarly. We were rewatching it at the same time. Remember, I was messaging all those screenshots. I wanted to touch on a couple of things that
Go for it.
I remember we were talking about the moment in the car where he says, right before the performance, he goes, "It's the conspirators working with Paradis who I fear the most. And remember, I was telling you my theory about how I think that it was a double cross plan, that Eren was that I said it's so true what the soldier says in the moments of hold on, where is it? Then there was a moment where Eden starts attacking, and the commander says, "Killing the founding titan only postpones the problem. We need to have this Warhammer eat it. We're here to ensure that happens."
Right.
And then the guy goes, "But Commander, I don't think the Warhammer is trying to eat it."
Right. So you think,
which is what was weird, because that's why I think that like the Tibers are in on it, Eren is in on it, and maybe that's the plan that Mikasa was like against. And like he did, like he came to the Marleyan Empire on his own to like talk to them or something, to talk to maybe like that kimono, the sympathizer woman who got the wine spilled on her kimono. And maybe she has a connection because she's like, her status is high up there with the Tibers, and that maybe they're working together to try to end this war.
I'm with you on that. I
then there's like some sort of double cross happening, because then Eren was in communication with his friends from Paradise Island, and that's how they have the whole plan with the blimp.
I don't know where I wrote it down, but yeah, I know Lady Kimono. That's what I'm just gonna call her, Lady Kimono.
Yeah.
I think she's definitely in on it. She's working with somebody, but I definitely think that's a really good, interesting theory that essentially William Tiber was basically trying to be a martyr anyways, and very much like the original story, they set it up so the Tibers actually became an elevated family, the saviors of Marley. But I think that was really bothering Will for so long that, you know, because regardless of how much everybody loves him, I think internally that dude's like, dude, I'm still an Eldian, like, but people don't look at me like an Eldian, you know. And and I think that kind of bothered, and like you said, it's like you said, it's paying atonement. And you know, I definitely think that on the Devils of Paradis are in some way just trying to reclaim all the Titans one by one, whereas on your side, what you're in your
on
theory,
the Marleyan side,
they're trying to just completely eliminate all Titans from Marley completely. It's a very interesting thing, because it even goes back to what Grisha, like I was watching some of Grisha's earlier situation with his interaction with Grisha talking with the owl. And like, what the hell is the owl? What was the owl trying to do? What was his plan? You know?
They never explained it.
Right before he met Grisha, what was this dude trying to do anyways? And then what's Grisha for us, it was kind of clear what Grisha was trying to do. He was trying to convince the royal family to revoke their vow. But something kind of occurred to me as well, was like, what is Grisha trying to do, like in terms of sorry, now I'm getting sidetracked. Oh, why did he inject Eren so early with that Titan formula? Why did he make Eren a Titan? And then there was this big situation that came up, is the fact that Grisha actually outlived the 13-year rule. Interesting enough. Yeah. The time dates and the time stamps, the time that the owl gave Grisha, turned him into a Titan and gave him the attack Titan, to the point where Eren was injected in Grisha, was 15 years actually. Yeah.
I knew that theory was stupid. I knew it was fake. I freaking knew it. I've been saying this whole time. Watch it not even be a 13-year thing. Watch it not even be true.
But here's the thing: we don't necessarily know, because the thing is, you also have to remember that around that same time period or so, Grisha like ate the founding Titan as well. So
Oh, could that have maybe
it
extended
might have
his...
changed some things around. And so because I was just kind of curious, I was just like, why did Grisha even transform Eren so early and like with like scraggly ass information, like, oh, hey, you crying and shit? Like, how the fuck is this kid supposed to learn that? Like, know what to do? Just go to the basement, you'll understand, and eat me. Like, what? Like, but then it just came down to this whole thing of like they're just all tired, and I think that's the thing. The Owl, Grisha, and William Tybur, they're just all tired. They're just
tired. And I think if they try to unify all the Titans, then all you have to do is just control one person.
Exactly.
Or lock away one person.
I think that's
or banish one person to some other, you know, to Paradise Island or something, let them survive. I don't know, like it just makes it, if you condense all the threats into one, it makes it a lot easier to control, to manipulate, to partner up with, to you know, like to become an ally or to be a super weapon.
Yeah.
You know, think about the other people that were fighting with the Marlians on their mainland side, all the other countries. Now you've got one super weapon and they can be left alone, be like, hey, I've got a super mega titan, fuck off.
I think when it really comes down to it at some point in time, I think what they're essentially trying to do is a revision of the Eldian king, the 100 years ago Reese king, is that they're essentially trying to bring all the Titans back and to the island. Marley has no more weapons. They got to deal with the stuff by themselves, and they're just going to try to be isolated on the island, living by themselves like that. So, which might
maybe
that'd be a very
maybe
interesting
that is
theory.
the end game.
Like it basically just be Eden, Armin, and Annie chilling on possibly Reiner just chilling on this island, and that's it, you know. Who knows. Anyways,
let's get into it.
before we start seeing 15 minutes in and they finally get to the goddamn reaction. Your latest reaction to Attack on Titan starts now.
That's right.
Look at Reiner with, oh my god,
something's wrong with his armor,
or something
is wrong.
He is right. He got glammed up. Look at Mikasa.
He is way too exposed. No, something is wrong with his armor.
Okay, fair enough.
You look at the original version.
Oh shit, he grabbed Gladia.
He's him. Oh dang. Wait, they just let him live. He's not gonna eat him.
He legit said he has no more strength. He can't even eat him if he wanted to. She's pissed. You killed all your homies. Oh my god.
Oh, she's mad.
He on that vengeance. Great art right there, though.
I hope nothing happens to Sasha. I hope nothing happens to her, but...
No! Here we go again. She's getting flashbacks of season 1. Oh, right?
See, he disobeyed or something. Why would they be pointing guns at him like that? After your...
Sasha looks hot now.
Aww.
Sasha glowed up, man.
She glowed up.
There you go. Wait, is that Gabby? Who's hanging on?
No, that's the guy. That's
the one guy, the Garrison.
Like, I'll take up the rear.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of mad ass Gabby, like somebody gonna have to eat Peck or something real soon. You about to lose some of those Titans real quick. Yeah.
Like the Wicked Witch.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that. Like,
my precious pretties.
Yeah.
Oh, so suddenly they were nice to you and
Right.
you care about, like, please.
Oh shit, Marta.
Sasha.
Yep. Ah. Just for that one moment
But
because they were not right.
I think I was wrong though, because now they're up in the blimp. They're gone.
It's unforgettable. Bitch, unless you can fly, I don't know what else you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Zeke was definitely killed because that was crazy.
I think so. Yeah.
That dude. Right, but see, Hero's kind of conflicted because he knows like this is an ongoing situation going back and forth. Like,
there's more history to it.
right. Yep. Yep. So he knows. Okay. Interesting. Right.
Maybe he'll be the guy that brings
The
peace,
barrier,
that
yeah,
ends
in
the
between,
war.
yeah.
Wow, she's just relentless.
Wow. Yeah. I like this confliction. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's all the same. Yeah.
And she don't give a shit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he definitely.
Oh! No!
Not just a kid, yeah. That was your first mistake. Damn. Oh wow.
Oh no.
That's how she gets up there? Oh hell
my
no.
God.
Are they legit about to Mary Sue this person? Oh hell
It's
no.
like, oh, that's convenient.
Right? Ugh.
No, Sasha, no! No!
Are you serious?
Oh my God.
I hope it rips your fucking arm out. Yeah.
That's a suicide mission too. Little girl, you the only one.
Wow. They really gonna make me end up hating her. Yo, I know that fucking verbiage. Wow. You're one of the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of the good ones. Okay. She riding a corpse. So why didn't you just let her go up there then? Whatever. Oh fuck. Wait, what the fuck were you just saying, Marta? Oh no.
Oh no. No. Gabby, no. Sasha, no.
Whoa.
Eat some bread. Potato, quick. Someone give her a potato. No.
Did you just say give her a potato? The resuscitator.
Maybe she'll wake up. I don't know.
Yo, wait, what?
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Wow. Right.
Armin.
そのマーレ兵を見たのは3年前。ライナーら戦士隊撤退。
Wait, Armin's been deep undercover like that as well?
評判良かったんですけどね。
Wait.
Wait, was that? No, that's not Armin.
No, that's Armin.
Wait, then who the fuck is that?
Who the hell is that? Yo, she's crazy.
Oh my god, she's a zealot.
Yeah, she's totally brainwashed.
そいつに同じことを言ってやるよ。
Wait, the ringleader is that dude? Who the fuck is? Wait, is it from the inside? Wait a second, it's one of them? Wait, who?
She?
Oh,
ガビ、ファルコ。なぜここにいる？
wait, what?
チークさんがなぜ？
生きていたんだね。でもこいつらに捕まって
Wait,
いたなんて。
Zeke is.
How did they? Oh, he's alive.
Zeke, he's working with. Then who the fuck?
No,
is
he's
that?
not working with them. They captured him.
すべては計画通りってわけ
See this? Look.
ジークイエンが
No, but the fact that Zeke's alive.
No, he did it.
大筋は良かったが、
Yeah.
誤算は多々。
Holy shit, bro.
ジェクさん。
Yo.
何この
What?
That's what I'm saying.
誤算だ。お前こそ大した役者じゃないか。
Right.
俺を殺したくてしょうがなかっただろうな。
Wow.
俺は一番食いてえもんを最後まで取っておくタイプだ。よーく味わって食いてえから。
Wow.
マーレ軍幹部を殺し、主力艦隊
What the
Wow.
fuck? Yo, I did
wow,
not.
wow.
Yeah.
すべての尊い犠牲がエルディアに自由をもたらし、必ず報われる。
He wants to free the Eldian people.
Right.
That's the end game.
Yo, that is Connie.
Oh no.
What's up, Connie?
サシャが
Yeah.
死んだ。
No.
Interesting.
最後、何か言ったか。肉。
You know, start laughing.
What?
Now, okay, I don't feel so bad for laughing. This dude.
上官の食料庫。
Right, right.
お肉取ってきました。
Wow.
お前が調査兵団を巻き込んだからサシャは死んだんだぞ。
Burn.
True, true.
He can kill children now, but if he kills one of his own, it's come on. Stop
Yeah,
it with
that,
this to
so
be continued.
I'm kind of mixed on that too. So I'm a little. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed on that because I know that they were trying to make us feel really bad, but I'm like, it's Sasha, whatever. Like for me, like,
No,
Sasha,
for me it hits home.
really?
It's like,
For me,
yeah,
Sasha hasn't had an arc since like season
2.
Shit, honestly, I think her last big thing was her saving that kid, from that one village, and she was supposed to get eaten around that time, but she got ridden off. So interesting.
But
I don't
just
know.
think it's like, no, this isn't the first time they've lost someone. He's lost someone. I'm thinking like,
No, I
Eden's
think you're right.
perspective.
I think it's the first time we've lost somebody in the core, like really
that
like that.
that we really care about.
So there you have it, folks. That was the latest episode of Attack on Titan. Wow. Like for me, there's definitely some really big moments in terms of the story that I think were more shocking than what I think the biggest takeaway from a lot of people is, especially we were just talking during the credits for you. But you know, I'll let you kind of handle like your biggest moments in the episode, especially with Sasha, and then I'll get to what I thought was more impactful to the story. But
Yeah, Sasha, that was, I mean, they definitely foreshadowed that. Now that, like, I was saying earlier during the reaction that something's gonna happen. They foreshadowed it. They showed each of the characters, Gabby and Sasha, in each other's eyes at one point. That was destined to, something was destined to go down. I didn't think she would die. And now that I think about it, I'm kind of like, okay, what is the purpose of her dying now? Why did she have to die? Why couldn't she just stay alive? Why couldn't she have just been wounded and been alive? What is Sasha's death going to trigger in the main characters around her.
Right. Like,
what
for
is
me,
that
like,
going to mean for the team? Is that like my kind
it
of
does feel
idea
kind of
is
pointless. Yeah.
my thought process now is maybe Sasha dying is going to turn the group even more against Eren.
Maybe.
That it was,
I agree.
because apparently he went rogue, and they knew that he knew and was counting on them to rescue him.
Right.
From and
right.
fulfill
And
this plan.
They weren't supposed to, like, yeah.
And none of his homies were supposed to die. And so the fact that Sasha died over this whole thing, over
Casualties.
something that was like senseless in a
Yeah.
sense, but even
True.
though even though in the
No,
bigger
you're right,
picture,
you're right,
we know
you're
it's
right.
not senseless.
No,
But
you're right,
yeah,
yeah.
I think Sasha is
No,
going to be
you know
used
what it
as
is?
a tool. Like, oh, but
Yeah.
when they get mad at Eren, they're going to be like, well, you killed Sasha. It's your fault.
Sasha is essentially has to be the pendants, the reprimand that Eren has to feel.
The consequence,
The consequence.
Because he
He's
didn't
essentially-
feel when he
Yeah.
squashed children under his feet.
No,
as a
this
Titan, so.
nigga was fucking dead inside the entire time. Mikasa
Yeah.
is like, yo, Eren, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you killed kids, women, and this dude's like, so? He had that dead, blank ass Saitama
Yeah.
from One Punch Man look, just like, so,
But notice,
whatever. Yeah.
This is the first time in the entire
showed
season
emotion.
where he's shown some sort of, he laughed and then he had that like face, like I'm gonna kill them all face.
And then John, as usual, John laid it on him and made him feel guilty as shit. So, and you can see that Levi as well, like nobody was really down with this plan, but at the same time they needed to do it because, I mean, again, we talked about this a few episodes beforehand, was like, why of all people is Eren the one? Eren is the most precious person in their entire armory. Maybe Armin is a very, very second.
Just for his explosive power,
right.
yeah.
But you know, legit, the founding Titan, you're sending him on a rogue mission? That don't sound right.
No.
So we started to notice that, yeah, it's probably Eren being the one, like it was only his idea. And just like his father, they're so goddamn stubborn. But so I agree with you. Like, I personally kind of makes Eren the whole thing just like, yeah, like
Eren turns into a brat in the sense.
Right, for the last couple of episodes, he's the kind of the villain, but as a fan of Eren, I'm just like, oh well, tough shit, founding Titan bitches. If I say jump, you say how high, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, people are mad at him, but as a fan, I'm just like, oh well, tough shit.
Yeah,
the story's always been about him.
Plus, we always know there's something else to the story.
Right.
There's always something deeper, and it turned out to be Zeke. It fucking turned out to
So,
be Zeke and the homegirl.
Story-wise, this is even deeper. I'm like, wait a second, what in the hell? Like Zeke, like, and this
he was the conspirator. He was a part of the conspiracy.
Yep.
Yeah, that they were talking about in the carriage that I mentioned earlier.
And this goes back to what you were saying. No. This goes back to one episode ago where Zeke was rolling in and he was like, yo, Eren Yeager is not our enemy. Like, there was one particular line where Peck and some other people were talking and they're giving a strategy and everything, and Zeke basically looks dead ass at Titan.
Oh, is that when he's looking at the war? They're looking at like the war map and stuff.
No. Like last episode, the previous episode where everybody's already transformed, and then Zeke rolls in, he shows up, and they're just kind of talking.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And he looks dead ass at Eren. He's just like, look, Eren, Peck is right. Eren Yeager is not our enemy. We keep an eye out for Levi, like that. So, and I was like, wait, that's interesting. Or is he just saying that because it's his half brother, or is there something more to it? Well, now we realize there's something more. The one dude, like, which is crazy to me, the one guy that turned this shit into a living nightmare for his father, for his mom, is
Yeah.
the guy from the inside. That is fucking wild.
And speaking of like atonement, is he atoning for what he
I was
did?
thinking about that as
There's
well.
there's this whole like that's stuck in my head now of atonement.
Eren basically got what he wanted, but I think they didn't really succeed exactly what they were initially going for. I think
No, because he says, Levi's talking right now and he goes, and to cover for that slip up of
right,
not
Zeke had to
properly
throw more
trapping
rocks
them in the
at
hole.
it.
Yeah, the beast chucked more rocks at us than planned. This was some clever improv for a clown like you.
You're right.
I love how he calls him hairball.
Right.
But I don't understand the part about what if I pissed my pants. I don't know what he was talking
I think he was just like jabbing him. That's all. I think he was jabbing him, because you got to remember that Zeke is the main reason that Erwin is dead and all those other people. Like he killed like all of Levi's friends and shit, dude. Like that shit's wild.
They pulled that off so well, the writers and the artists, making us think that it was Armin.
Yeah, I thought that
this
too.
whole time.
Yeah.
And then for it to not even be Armin.
But see, like, and I was gonna, like,
bananas.
that's the thing I was gonna like, because the thing I was kind of thinking about was like, I'm like, wait a second. So at that time when we both thought it was Armin, like the best thing I was thinking of was like, okay, well, if Eren can cut his arms off, then I'm assuming Armin can like grow himself just a little bit using his Titan sort of serum, right? And then
that's what like breaking the legs and then letting them heal.
But then on top of that, something was like, wait a second, Armin trapped those Titans, but then he left the island, then got in a boat. I'm like, maybe, but I didn't really think about it until Yelena.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yelena.
just kind of like accepted it. You accepted okay, it's a bit far-fetched.
Or
but
no. I was just
in
like,
in the moment,
yeah.
with all of the action going around, they make you do a good job of forgetting certain shit.
True
and they just make you believe, oh, well, that's believable. Like maybe he has a team behind him to like shuttle him from trapping the two Titans and then hauling ass over to the port.
And again, Gendo Ikari, this Gendo Ikari type of look. I'm telling you, my thing is, I'm pretty sure there's something with like between the brothers. They kind of have some sort of agreement or thought process of I think they both have the idea of ending everything on the main island, but they don't really know exactly. They both have different logistics of how they're going to do it. So I don't know.
I mean, if you also think about it too, we know that there has to be a part of Zeke that despises the Marlene Empire because they killed his sister in front of, so.
No, you're talking about his aunt.
Wait, what?
Aunt.
That was his aunt?
Yeah. So you're talking about the one that got
the
eaten
attack
by
dogs. Yeah.
That was Grisha's sister, which is Zeke's aunt.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Then my thought process.
No, so that's why
it was Zeke.
Like he's the most interesting of all people to be the fucking leak. He's the most interesting one, but because like I said, he's the one that started all this bullshit and all this pain for the Jaeger family. But in some form or fashion, if it wasn't for Zeke, we wouldn't have Eren at all. So that's what's crazy,
Grisha would have never left, and he would have never had a baby. And gone to Paradise Island, met the owl. He would have never met the owl. He wouldn't have been a Titan at all. Owl would have been doing whatever he was doing.
Well, to be fair, I still think that probably still would have happened down the line. The owl would have, because the owl was in contact with the Eldian restoration group quietly. And he knew about Diana Fritz and all that other stuff, because that was one of the theories in my mind. I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't the owl save Diana Fritz at all? And like, he let all those people get killed, and at the last minute, he saved Grisha, transformed into Attack Titan. And I'm like, you couldn't have done that 5 minutes earlier. But and then even Grisha
Yeah.
calls him out on that shit, like, yo, why did you leave? Why am I the only one that's left alive? And the owl never actually answered. So, but I've always been wondering that. I'm like, you legit. And then there's a moment where Diana is about to get killed, and Grisha's like, no, she's royal, and the owl covers his fucking mouth up, and I'm like, okay, there's something even deeper that hasn't really been explained, but I can't really Google into it because I'll probably be spoiled. So anyways, let's wrap this up, because here we go, another hour video. My bad, y'all. An hour video where nobody can comment and leave comments directly on YouTube or whatever. So just tune into the Discord, guys. That's where we have that conversation. It's a safe zone. It's a safe zone for everybody, and or check out Patreon. Special thanks to KR Presents for editing. These videos are getting longer.
Yes, thank you, KR.
Yeah, these videos. My apologies, guys. The videos are getting longer, and I know y'all hate to see it. Some of you love it, some of you hate it, but this is quite a very debate. Like, to me, it is
action-packed.
Well, no, I'm gonna say more story-wise. This is this is the Game of Thrones of anime. I feel that you can really have discussions because it's such a gray area of discussion points of like nobody's really right or wrong. But I did not see that twist with Zeke. That's the biggest thing. That to me, that's bigger than Sasha getting blown.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
And Peak still alive as well. Like, I guess she
is. She don't want to die. Yeah. She don't want to die. She's like, oh, I got more.
I guess she is. I mean, I guess she really is that situation of like, and see, well, anyways, yeah. That's that. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next week for the next episode of Attack on Titan. Peace, y'all.